Szczecin kabluje dla Warszawy, dla redakcji dźwiękowej programu dla zagranicy. Materiał do reportażu o pobycie kwartetu Dariusa Brubecka w Szczecinie.
So I asked the boys, and they were very nervous, but they thought the same way. The oldest boy said, "I don't want to be a show-off." And so we told him it wouldn't be a show-off. If he were asked, he should do it. So it all turned out very well, and someday when they're grown up and playing jazz music, my wife and I said, reporters will say, "Where did you first appear in public?" And they'll have to say, "Poland." Szczecin, Poland.
London is in some ways the center of the world, at least professionally speaking. It's a few hours to go to the east coast of the United States. It's even closer to Europe. And it's still connected to South Africa in a way. We positioned ourselves there, my wife and I, put together the group I was telling you about, starting with Wesley and then Matt and then Dave O'Higgins. So that was London, and we enjoyed London. We lived in a really, I can say just a really fun place, Camden Town. We had, our last place in particular was a flat that overlooked Camden Lock. It was just above the canal, and it was a bit chaotic. You know, people with drunken parties on their boats and that kind of thing. Finally, we decided, well, we should grow up and own our own place and get enough space where I could have a grand piano and some quiet and some clean air to breathe. American author Henry James. Well, Henry James lived in Rye, and Kathy is a big fan of Henry James. So we came as tourists to look at Henry James' house, and we thought, well, this is nice, and it's not too far from London, and it's certainly a lot less expensive than London, and the atmosphere is very good for us. And the first time that I visited was on an event in Szczecin that was actually set up because it was the 100th anniversary of creating Poland again, recreating Poland, as well as coincidentally the 60th anniversary of my first time in Poland. And the first time I'd ever played piano in public was in Szczecin in 1958. Well, I had never been outside of America before, and we grew up in California, so I can almost say we had never been cold before, not like in Poland. And I have very dramatic memories. There were many things I saw for the first time, sad things, the destruction from the war. It's nothing like the Poland you see now. It was really, really in bad shape.
Darius recorded this great event by drawing it, and his mother kept it for years and years, and now we have it.
I was writing a diary and doing drawings. I was doing drawings not because I thought I was an artist. It was my way of recording memories. One of the things I wrote in my diary was seeing a very destroyed block, but there were a few houses, and one of the houses had a flower in the window, geranium, something blooming even in February. And I thought, gosh, that's amazing. You know, people are living like this and someone puts a flower in the window to make it nicer. That really got to me. He wrote the piece literally on the train. He was on his way to Poznan, I think it was, for the last night of the tour. So it hadn't been played everywhere. It was like kind of a farewell, so that added to the emotion. And there were many fans who, as poor as they may have been in terms of money, followed the quartet from city to city. So it was like a growing entourage of Polish musicians and intelligentsia, you know, people like Komeda and Roman Waszko and Gurlevich, you know, some people who later became big names in that generation. When he played the piece, an encore, it was the last piece in the whole tour, the reaction was complete silence.
Jolly Roll Morton, in his own words, said the jazz is a very great music because it takes so much from the classics.
It was a very significant moment. I think it was a moment, jazz connecting with your national music. The whole point of cultural diplomacy was demonstrated. Going to those places with my quartet, which are all very good musicians based in England.